I feel good about President Trump's agenda, and Republicans are committed to making sure that we get across the line. I think it's a good process for our members to all engage, talk about where they are, what they think is necessary, and what they think it's important. As you know, I never shy away from any type of debate or argument. I think that's important for the American people. But I think we're going to be able to get there, and I look forward to going to the White House today and discussing it with President Trump.
Are you confident you can get more cuts than the Senate framework calls for?
You know, I chair the DOJ committee, and for me, at the finish line, when we get to the point of actually passing reconciliation, when we build President Trump's one big beautiful bill like he's been talking about, where it involves energy policy, border, and the most important piece is the tax law. That's going to be, that finished product is what I'm very interested in. The $4 billion in cuts is unacceptable, and I feel very confident that's not where we'll be when we get finished.
Tell us about the meeting today at the White House. You mentioned 1 o'clock. We heard. What's the agenda there for you guys?
We're going to be discussing the Senate budget resolution.
And to your point, it's that you guys don't think it has enough cuts. Is that the...
We'll be nailing out that details with the president. He's very passionate about getting this across in order to open up the reconciliation process, which is the key piece. This is how Speaker Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats were so successful. I want to see Republicans be successful in this for the people that voted for the MAGA agenda, the MAHA agenda, President Trump and his Make America Great Again agenda.
Hey, Congresswoman, are you leaning against the legislation? Is that why you're going to the White House today?
I'm going to discuss with members and with President Trump. The most important thing to me as one of the very few Republicans in Congress that has stood with President Trump, literally from the beginning, I never wavered. I campaigned for him all over the country. Is I want to make sure that his agenda, when we make the final product, gets passed, and that's what I'll be making sure happens.
Do you plan to voice any of your concerns about the $4 billion in cuts floor? Do you plan to express that concern to the president?
Absolutely. I chair the DOJ committee, and cutting spending is one of the most important things to our base. The $36 trillion in debt is unacceptable, and it's also unacceptable to President Trump. And that's why he put Elon Musk in this position, leading DOJ and the great team that are working with them. This continues to be so popular with the American people. So, that's an important part of the conversation we have to have.
How concerned, if at all, are you about the recent stock market losses?
You know, I'm not concerned at all. If you look at history, if you look at decades of stock performance, the market continues to go up. It went down dramatically during the Biden administration. There was quite a few dips, and none of the COVID vaccine experts and the couch stock traders were crying about it back then. Yep. Thanks, guys.